We are here with local business owner Raquel Denise. Hello, Raquel.
Hello, Donna.
Please introduce yourself and your business for us too.
My name is Raquel Denise. I am the owner of Raquel Denise Handbags here in Rochester, New York. I am located at 978 South Clinton Avenue in the South Wedge.
Can you tell us why and how you came to become a business owner?
Absolutely. So I started my business 6 years ago. And it came about, I was in the last semester completing my graduate degree at RIT, and I felt that there was going to be a void. And I love planners, journals, all of those type of things. So I decided to develop some planners, journals, agendas, and things like that for Black women. I was going to have um, birth dates of Michelle Obama, Oprah, and things like that. I was going to have wash day stickers and things like that. I started looking at artwork to develop the planners, and I took the idea to my sister, who has been in business for 26 years. And I said, sis, I have this amazing idea. I want to do this with planners, and gave her my blueprint. And she stopped me. she said, she said, where are these customers? Where are you going to sell these at? And of course that broke my little heart. And I'm just like, oh, like she's shooting me down. I haven't started yet. And she told me, she said, you love handbags. She said, why don't you put some of the designs on totes and things like that and build a customer base and things like that. So she gave me one of her vendors, and it was a Saturday at 8 p.m. I started looking at different vendors, and then 6 o'clock Sunday morning, I was back up, and my business was birthed in less than 12 hours, and it was something that I've always loved handbags. I honestly still have the first handbag my mom bought me. It's a little square bag she bought in Atlanta, a little square leather bag she bought. And I still have that handbag, and that's how my business was birthed.
That is an amazing story.
Thank you.
Less than 12 hours.
Yes.
And I shouldn't even call it a story. That is an amazing reality.
Yes, yes.
Awesome. All right. So tell us a little bit more about the services your business provides.
Yes.
All the different services and your clients.
Yes. So I provide handbags, totes, bags for everyday women, and I like to coin it as luxury bags for everyday women. And I'm saying that because they're luxury and they're affordable. And one of my or my main bag that I sell is the I Am the Bag. This is my primary design. I first started designing the I Am the Bag in the fall of 2022. I am on my fourth restock of the black I Am the Bag. And since then, I've launched 4 different colors in stockings and in other clutches and um, compact mirrors and things like that. And I also work with local nonprofits as well and design totes and things like that to aid in their fundraising to bring back revenue and things like that into their organizations as well.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Excellent. Awesome. So, if you could say something directly to your customer, what would you want him to know?
I would want you to know that I am always working. I am at your service, that I put 100% in all of my products. I carry the products as well about 2 to 3 months before I actually launch them to ensure when you get them that they're 100% perfect. And this is actually a passion for me. I have been in retail and I've been working in boutiques since I've been 12 years old. So this is not something new to me. This is something that is embedded in who I am.
Excellent. Thank you so much. What's the most important lesson you've learned in life or while building your business?
One of the most important lessons I've learned is that I have to show up no matter what and be present, that nobody's going to show up for me, especially with being a small business owner. I have different people who aid in different components of the business, but 90% of it is me, and I have to show up It doesn't matter if I'm tired or anything like that. I need to be present in giving me the way I want people to give back to my business. I also learned that I also have to take time to be mindful of the spaces that I'm in with my business, because someone's always looking. And if they see you in too many spaces, it's just kind of like, does she really know who she is? Does she really know who her customer is? So I try to ensure that I'm aligned with all of those aspects of my business, because when I first started out, I wanted everybody to know who I am. I wanted to be at every event. I wanted to be in every space. And I learned a hard lesson or hard lessons quickly, that my customer isn't everywhere, and that everybody isn't going to see or have the same passion for my business that I have. So
Excellent. While you were talking, your slogan came to mind again. I am the bags.
absolutely. Yes, and the I am the bag, it basically is stating I am her, I am it. Any space that I walk in, I'm fully consumed in that space. There's no if, ands, or but. I am her. I'm gonna deliver. How I'm showing up is bold and innovative, and in faith, in humility, and all of those things. So that is what I am the bag. So whatever space you're consuming, no matter what profession you're in, you are the bag, and no one can sway you differently or out of who you are.
I love that.
Thank you.
I do. I love that. So, could you share with us a personal habit or a leadership practice that you believe has been key to your success as a business owner?
Yes, absolutely. So I'm also a senior benefits and wellness program manager. So I focus in that capacity on mental health, on and benefits and things like that. So for me, I am very in tune with my mental health. On Sundays and Mondays, the boutique is closed. So that means that I get to shut down briefly. I also have my business online, so it's e-commerce. So the business isn't shutting down, but I get to shut down. So Sundays after church, once I'm in the house, I'm in the house, unless it's a family event or something pre-planned. And on Mondays, after I get off my 9 to 5, I shut down and I refill myself, and really just be in the space to say, what do I need to accomplish this week? How do I need to do this? How do I need to fill myself up? How much of me do I need to give to something on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday? So that is something that I feel is very important when you have a business, and just in life in general, is to really take those time to unplug from everybody and say, you know what do I need to do for me to be successful in the coming days and just in life in general?
So, as you were speaking, the imagery in my brain was a pitcher that's empty cannot pour out.
Absolutely.
And so, what you're doing on the Sunday and the Monday is you are shutting down and you are refilling your pitcher so that you can pour out for the rest of the week.
Absolutely.
So, that is phenomenal how you've implemented that in your life.
Thank you.
Who are your personal role models or mentors, and how have they influenced your ideas about innovation?
Great. So my mom and my eldest sister, who is the business owner. So first, starting off with my sister, um, times I feel like giving up in my business, or I want to shift one way, she's always present to keep me fully charged in it, to say that it doesn't have to be perfect, because I am in many ways a perfectionist, and it's more so I'm just like, I want something to look a certain way, and she's like, sometimes it's not going to be perfect. And I've learned through her is that, you know what, when somebody sees it, they don't know that it's not my 100% perfect. They see it as perfect. So she's taught me just to jump out there and just do it. When I first started my business, I wanted to have my website going, do all of these things. And she was just like, just do it. She was just like, the website will come. She was just like, you have the space here for people to pick up their items. And I started off with a Poshmark. And so people could purchase online that way. And with her guidance, just really taking the time that I needed and not rushing, I've been able to know how to do everything in my business and be successful. And year over year, I've been able to double my sales with her guidance, because she's like, it doesn't have to be perfect. You have to release it, and then it's okay to develop it after.
That's excellent advice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Excellent advice.
And my mom is another mentor, somebody I highly look up to because she won't let me um, fail or be in a space where I felt defeated too long. She'll allow me to be upset for 5 minutes max. And that 6 minutes, she's like, nope, like, you know who you are. You're this, you're that, you're beautiful, you're smart, you're intelligent, all of these things. And she's continuing to speak life into me. Like, don't let yourself stay down too long. You've come too far to feel that defeat and then to be in that space too long. So I am grateful for my mom continuing to speak life into me when it's just like sometimes I'm like, I just want 10 minutes to be sad. And she's like, no, you got 5 minutes max to be sad. And you need to then propel forward because what does that look like? You can't stay in that space too long. So I'm grateful for that.
So that matriarchal
Yes.
presence in our life is phenomenal.
Yes.
It really is. And so you're blessed because it's actually your mom.
Yes.
Sometimes it's those mentors in our life, but that's
Yes.
phenomenal. So if you could have dinner with any business leader, past or present, who would it be and why?
Great question. So I would have dinner with Fawn Weaver, who is the founder and owner of Uncle Nearest Whiskey, which is a Black-owned whiskey. Fawn has done tremendous things within that brand in the past 2 to 3 years. I've been following her on LinkedIn and other social platforms, and um, what she's been able to do as a Black woman, where it's a lot of whiskeys out there, but not a lot of Black owned, is phenomenal. It's said something I was reading earlier today or yesterday, where it's projected that the business is worth $1 billion. And last year projected sales was $800 million. And so many non-people of color want to buy that brand. She won't release it. And before that, she was in marketing. So I would really like to pick her brain to understand the journey and just really gain additional knowledge and experience and really being present in a space where maybe a lot of people don't look like us, but we're bold and we deserve to be present and innovative in those spaces as well.
That's phenomenal. I'm gonna have to check her out on
Yes.
LinkedIn. I am. So what are you most passionate about outside of work? And how does that passion influence your leadership or your perspective of business?
Yes. Outside of work, I am passionate about being present and serving in church. My dad is a pastor. He's the pastor of Second Baptist in Mumford. And I am very involved in church. I usher, I do other servant things in the church and things like that. And so that is very near and dear to me, and also spending time with my family. And also, I am on the board of Family Promise of Greater Rochester, where the mission is to ensure that everyone in Rochester has affordable housing and just housing in general, which is very important because no one should be without a home. And then I also serve on a committee for United Way as well to help with leaders aspiring in the space. So I am very passionate about ensuring we decrease poverty and ensure that the leaders in this community have the necessities they need to be present for those in need.
Those are phenomenal causes.
Thank you.
And I even noticed when you talked about the luxury bag.
Yes.
That's affordable for the regular woman.
Yes.
And so
absolutely.
That whole theme kind of runs through everything, your business as well as your nonprofits that you support.
Yes, absolutely. And actually, one of the totes I designed for Family Promise, it says housing is not a luxury, meaning that everybody should be able. Exactly. So my business in me shows up in many spaces, and it's not a facade, and I'm not doing this for social media or anything. It's really embedded in who I am.
So what's next for Raquel Denise?
What's next in 2025? I am actually working on new designs, and I'm
Mm.
also seeking nonprofits to continue the work to aid in the fundraising efforts as well, to ensure that they have what they need to serve the community and whatever that looks like. To date, over the last actually 2 years, I've worked with two nonprofits in that space with
Mhm.
developing totes and things like that for their organizations to help with fundraising efforts. So I want to continue that work where it's not just Raquel Denise is receiving revenue, but also organizations are receiving revenue as well to help with whatever their causes are.
You just gave me an idea. I'm going to contact you
Okay.
later.
Okay.
So, our last question for today,
Mhm.
because this is a video we're doing for Black History,
Yes.
what person from Black history has most inspired you on your journey and why?
Great question. It is Michelle Obama.
Mm-hmm.
And why I say that is her famous saying, when they go low, we go high. So many times professionally and as an entrepreneur and personally, someone can take you there
Mm-hmm.
and they're expecting you to go low because they're low, or they're expecting you to show up and pointing of I'm a black woman. So they're expecting me to show up in that capacity as they think black women show up.
Mm-hmm.
And I always take the high road because I have to take a step back and say, when I get home, I'm going to be happy
That's right.
about my response. Is my parents going to be happy about my response? Is God going to be happy about my
Exactly.
response? And it's just kind of like some things you don't get to erase. And it's just like I never want to miss an opportunity because I went low because somebody went low on me.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, I was recently watching an interview that she did, and she said being available for people. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm an introvert, and so oftentimes after I go to vending events and I'm doing all of these things, I'm just like, or even panel events and things like that. I'm like, I'm tired. Like I'm ready to run to the car because I've used my social battery,
Mm-hmm.
and somebody can tap me or want to have coffee or different things, and I'm just kind of like, why? Like, didn't they just like? Isn't that enough? And I have to take a step back to say, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Let me be present in this space. What can this relationship look like? But I'm very intentional with those conversations, excuse me, and those people as well, because I want to ensure that when I'm one on one, like we're one on one, that
Mm-hmm.
I remember our conversation, that is intentional, that is meaningful, and that I'm fully present in this space. So, Michelle Obama definitely, in all of her interviews, drop jewels. So, I definitely look up to her in the way that she's present because when they were in the White House,
Uh-huh.
it was the first time that people that looked like us were in the White House,
Mm-hmm.
and they still showed up with class and grace. So that is something to aspire for, especially on being in spaces that with a lot of luxury handbag brands, they're Italian and things like that. So it's
Mm-hmm.
just like I have to continue to be present the way that I see myself and the way that I see my brand in those spaces.
Well, we thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for giving us the opportunity to come in and just get to know you a
Thank
little
you.
bit. And we're just going to give you a space for to talk to our your possible clientele.
Okay.
Just share with them what you'd like them to know as we're leaving. Thanks again.
Thank you so much, Donna. I appreciate it. Again, my name is Raquel Denise. I am the owner of Raquel Denise Handbags here in Rochester, New York. I am located at 978 South Clinton Avenue, inside of Jonesy's Closet and Women of Faith Boutique. So not only can you get a handbag, but you can also get dressed for whatever life throws at you as well. I also have an online platform as well, www.raqueldenisehandbags.com, and you can find me on all social sites for Raquel Denise Handbags. And after this video, you will also see a QR code. Please shop with us, and your first purchase will be 15% off when you sign up for email alerts. I look forward to being your handbag sponsor or handbag person, whoever you need me to be in regards to your handbag needs. Thank you so much.